is it's the network arm of the A2W group. And in today's meeting, I'll be talking about rise and thrive, how to rise above limitations and how to thrive. Limitations come in different forms. A lot of us have experienced limitations in our goals and in our pursuits to achieving those goals that we have set for ourselves due to disappointments. We started out well, we entrusted our businesses or our ideas into the hands of certain people, and they disappointed us. Some of us at the beginning of 2020, we had our plans, and those plans were really, really great plans. And some of us went ahead to even start up businesses with the mindset that things were going to work as planned. Then COVID came and disrupted businesses. You had great ideas, but economic factors just changed the way of doing business and you lost money. Or is it pains from the past? You've experienced certain setbacks in terms of relationships with people, and this pain has always kept you back. When you have business opportunities, you remember the losses you've suffered in the past and you just hold yourself back. Or is it fear of the future? Some of us have gigantic dreams that when we look at the dreams and look at where we are at the moment, it just feels like we're living in fool's paradise. Certain things could have caused limitations in our way. Certain things would have made us start looking back or start second guessing ourselves. And certain times that we have even acted out of faith or acted with boldness and confidence, but things didn't just work out the way we planned. And these things might have just made us reluctant to taking on new opportunities. In being able to rise above limitations, we need to have something, and that is called the eagle mentality. I'll be sharing with us lessons that I have learned from the eagle. And I'll start by talking about the eagle eyes. I know most of us are familiar with this saying, oh, he or she has an eagle eyes. Why do people refer to this animal and talk about their eyes? And that is because the eagle has extraordinary vision. It's one thing to see, and it's another thing to have vision. When you see with your physical eyes, it's limited. You just see what is possible, what has happened. But with vision, you see things that your physical eyes cannot see. The eagle can spot its prey from 5 kilometers. You know what 5 kilometers is. I wear glasses, and to even see something that is just less than one, or maybe 10 meters away from me, I'll get to squint my eyes. So imagine sighting a prey from 5 kilometers. You can't have that kind of gigantic dream if your sight is just limited by what is possible, what is happening around you, what you've seen people achieve. You have to dream and dream big. Then the eagle gains clarity and prepares. It's not just about seeing its prey. The eagles don't just see prey and just jump on the prey and just try to grab the prey. The eagle studies the prey, studies it, gains an understanding and gains clarity, prepares to launch and capture the prey. How many times have we had business ideas? How many times have we had ideas, whether business or personal, that we just jump into it? It comes into our mind and we just rush into it without sitting down first to gain clarity and prepare before embarking on that journey. In the eagle mentality that I'm trying to open our eyes to today, sometimes we need to just pause. Yes, the vision we have is good. The ideas we have are great. The projects we're thinking of embarking on are fantastic, but we need to gain clarity and prepare before we launch into that adventure. The eagle focuses. When an eagle sees his or her prey, the eagle makes sure that its eyes is fixed on that prey. The eagle is not deterred by situation, is not deterred by the circumstances or the setback it had in the previous attempt. The eagle focuses on that mission, and its talons, that's its claws, are so tight that when they hold on to their prey, they don't let go. The eagle does not let go of that prey when the eagle catches that prey until he or she chooses to let go. So for that vision that we have, that dream that we have that does not seem to be working out now as planned, I'm encouraging us today to not only look at just what's happening around us, we should sit down and gain clarity, prepare for our launch, have focus that is not wavering. And then when we grab onto that opportunity, we should have relentless grip. Have relentless grip on your vision. Have relentless grip on your purpose. Even the Bible does not promise us that everything will be rosy. It says, but in that same temptation that we are faced with, he's going to make a way of escape. So you hold on to that vision because it is for an appointed time. And it's only those that are able to endure to the end that would see a manifestation. So have a relentless grip. When you have a vision and you have focus on that vision and your focus is unwavering, what happens? You get to achieve what? Success. When the eagle looks at its prey, keeps his eyes focused on it, it mounts up with that prey. And that's what I hope we all are able to achieve at the end of today's session. So number 2 lesson I want us to learn from the life of the eagle is you choose your kind. They said birds of a feather flock together. But you know what? You won't see eagles flocking around. You won't see eagles in the midst of ravens. You won't see eagles flying with parrots or flying with the sparrows. If you see the eagle on the ground with other birds, trust me, the eagle is looking for its prey. What is your kind? Are you mixing up with people that don't share same vision? Are you mixing up with vision killers? There are certain kind of people you tell your dreams, they just kill it. The pessimistic kind of people, you don't want to have them around. People who don't believe in, people who see you as competition. Trust me, every time you share your dream with those kind of people, they get to, some of them might even be kind enough to applaud you in your presence, then go behind to sabotage you. You need to sit back and choose your kind. Are you mixing up with eagles of like mind? Or are you just, some of us just like to be around people who would just tell us what we want to hear. Sometimes in life, you don't need those kind of people. You need people who can tell you the truth. People who see how far who see your potential, because your presence might not show that you can achieve all that, but they see the potentials in you. Choose your kind. The eagle, at certain heights, you would not, the eagle would have to fly solitary. At certain heights, the eagle does not even fly with fear. You just see the eagle on its own. The Bible says there is a time for everything. There's a time to have your fellow eagles around you. And there's a time to just fly on your own. There are certain heights you need to attain in your career, in your business, that you just have to be on your own to have a clear mind. What's your kind? What kind of relationships? Can somebody help me mute that person? What kind of relationships are you building? And have you taken time to assess your current relationship? You might not have been achieving what you intended to achieve by this quarter because of the kind of relationships you have been keeping. Number 3, eagles glide through the storm. Unlike other birds, when it's stormy, they just look for somewhere to take cover. They look for trees to just hide from the storm. But you know what the eagle does? The eagle flies into that storm, because in that storm, the storm just allows the eagle to glide. The eagle is able to just spread out its wings and just fly without flapping it. The storm allows the eagle to rise. You know what? This storm is not meant to kill us. The storm is there to shaping us. The storm is there to strengthen us. And it's only when we're able to see the storm from a different perspective that we're able to assess the potentials that storm carries. There's something I wrote down here. It says, I have taken more out of adversity than adversity has taken out of me. Sometimes when we go through these storms, comfort and comforting words would not just be enough. At those particular points in time, we need to find affirmations that would affirm our person, that will affirm our beliefs, that will affirm our strength in God. Can you help me? Please, Pastor Kamalafe, kindly mute. Oh, thank you. So we need to find affirmations that can confirm God's promises to us and enable us rise through the storm. Like I told you, if you have the right kind of people within your network, that you know that, okay, when I'm going through this kind of challenge, I can always count on a word from this person. You know, sometimes we might know all the scriptures in the world and we might know all the affirmations, but at certain times you just need somebody to just tell you, oh, it's going to be okay. If you don't have those kind of people in your network, then you need to reassess your network and your team or your group of friends, because for that particular storm that you're going through now, it is not meant to kill you. It is meant to make you stronger. And there are certain lessons each storm of our life has to teach us. Number 4, eagles don't trust easily. For a female eagle to trust a male eagle, because eagles are very loyal. They stay with their partner all through their lifetime. And for them to be able to gain that kind of trust, the female eagle will have to test the male eagle. And the male eagle must pass that test before she allows herself to mate with that. Please help me mute that person. Before she has
You need to unmute. You need to unmute.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yes, you're good.
Okay. Eagles don't trust easily. And that is because they are very loyal. When a female eagle accepts a male eagle to mate with her, it's for life. They stay as a partner for life. How many of us have gotten into business relationships or personal relationships just by listening and just trusting everything that they say? And at the end of the day, those businesses just turned out to be scams. Eagles don't trust easily. For them to open up to a male eagle, that male eagle has to pass the test. They get to throw something from very high altitude, and the male eagle has to go fly down and get it and bring it up. If your business relationship with people is not based on trust, if they have not earned that trust, you need to assess it, because trust is not built over one day. It's built over a series of events. Eagles don't trust easily. So in our relationships, we might be experiencing that same limitation over and over again, maybe because there is no trust in that relationship. And if there is no trust in that relationship, my dear, what are you doing there? If there's no trust in that relationship, that business relationship that you're having with that particular person, and you know that if you step out this moment, your business is gone, What are you doing to put structures in place that makes your business just autopilot? If you know you're dealing with a thief, what controls have you put in place to ensure that you have mitigated your end of the business? Just as the female ego tests the male ego to prove his level of commitment, also test the commitment of people you let into your life and business. Establishing trust in any relationship is very important. Number 5, be fearless. Egos are fearless. They are confident. It's easy to say, be fearless. Be fearless does not mean that you would not see situations that will shake your faith. It does not mean you would not see situations that will make you quiver and want to hide. It means knowing what you carry, and being confident of the person that has endowed you with those dreams. You didn't just wake up and have those dreams like that. Those dreams came into your mind. And if you know the person that gave you those dreams, it will give you the inner strength to be able to soar higher than any limitation that comes your way. It does not come from physical strength. It does not come from physical ability. Beyond that fear boundary is victory. The wall between your success and your failure is your fear. If you're able to climb over it based on all the things, the other 4 things that I've talked about, you will discover that you'll be able to rise above this limitation. Eagles don't look back to see if another predator is behind them. Competition, healthy competition is okay. But if you have to always assess your success based on other people's success pace, then you're heading for failure. We all were not born same time. We all were not born same day. Some other people might spend 40 years hustling, and on their 41st year, they hit it. And others might start making it very early, and they get to their 41st year and they are gone. We have different timelines. Eagles don't look back to see if another predator is behind. They focus on what they focus on their prey, and they don't stop until they catch it. So if you've had several limitations that have held you bound, look at all the lemons that life has thrown at you. So when your life throws lemons at you, you do what? Make lemonade from it. And not just only making lemonade. Start thinking of starting a lemonade business. If you listen to certain successful business people, they will tell you that those business ideas came out of the challenges that they were faced with. Those ideas were born from a place of pain. Those ideas were born from a place of passion. You know, there's nothing that can drive a man faster and better than his passion. So when life throws you lemons, don't just only make lemonades. Start thinking of how to make a lemonade business from all those things that life has thrown at you. And the 6th point that I'll be sharing today is what? Recuperate. As Nigerians, I know most of us who joined this call today are Nigerians. We don't have this habit of taking a vacation. We love to work, even me. Rest is a problem. But you know what? Eagles take time. They know when to stop. Eagles could live as long as 70 years. But you know what? When they get to 40, their strength begins to fail them. Some at 30, their strengths begin to fail them. Their beaks become bleak. They're no more sharp. Their feathers become very heavy and cannot allow them fly as fast as they should. Do you know what the eagles do? They go up to the high mountains and they stay there on top of their nest, hitting their beak on the hard surface until the beak removes. And they stay there until a new beak comes out. When this new beak comes out, what do? Their talons, which is their claws, they use their beak to remove all of them because the claws have grown so so weak that cannot latch onto the prey and hold its grip for long. So they use those their beak that they have, the new beak that has just grown out, to remove all those talons and take off all those old and weak feathers, and until they have brand new feathers. And you know, this process takes like 3 to 4 months. How many of us can successfully take just a week to just rest our mind, not just rest our bodies, rest our mind? You know, in the place of retreat is when we think. Sometimes we might be making the same mistake over and over and over again, not because that business idea is wrong, not because that business idea is not a money-making venture, but because we have not sat down to look at the loopholes in that business. We have not sat down to think critically. We have not sat down to put ourselves in the customer's shoes. We're just on the fast pace. We just want to achieve, 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 achieve. Sometimes in life, we need to just retreat, take certain steps backward, relax, and let our mind be clear. We need to sit down and re-strategize. Sometimes all we need is just a different strategy, same vision, same dream, but a different strategy. And you know, by just even reading certain mantras, your mind becomes clear. I have one that I say to myself, and it is, my body is rested and my mind is clear. I start my day with positive thoughts and energy. I am relaxed, non-resistant, and clear. My day unfolds with ease and grace. People support me throughout the day. The universe supports my desires today. I am open to receiving greatness. I am energized and I am inspired. Creative possibilities are available to me today. Nothing holds me back. I take action with faith and clarity. I am healthy. I am well. I am vibrant. Today is a great day. I am having fun today, irrespective of what comes my way today. I am going to have fun. I bring joy to others. I bring light with me wherever I go. I am a positive influence on the face of this earth. All is well. Sometimes we just need to take out some minutes or some seconds within our day to just relax and breathe. There is no crime in taking some time out to breathe, re-strategize. And if we're able to do these three, what happens? We're able to rebound. I checked up the meaning of rebound. It means to come back with strength when hit against a hard surface. You know the way the basketball bounces higher than how you slam it? That is what is expected of us when we're hit with limitations. When we sit down to assess our relationships, sit down to take stock of the kind of people we're flocking around with, sit down to take stock of our life, sit down to assess our fears, then re-strategize. What happens? We rebound. And we don't just rebound where we are, we rebound at the other side. And that is what? Our victory, our achievement. So today, I'm hoping that a light bulb will turn on in your head. I'm hoping that with these few tips that I've given us, that we're able to see that life can be beautiful. It's just all about perspective. It's all about our attitude. We can choose to see the cup half full, or we can choose to see the cup half empty. In this business of Green Monday, we try to help people understand what their why is. What is your why? Finding your reason why is the first step to finding success. Do you want financial freedom? How do you want to achieve that? Is it through stock? Is it through investments? Or what is it? Finding your why will help you determine what investments opportunities you can get yourself involved with. At Green Monday, it's at A2W, we have all these other companies that are part of the organization. A2W is the parent company. Marvel Natural Products produce the reader beaters that you all know about. Vend to Earn helps us to vend recharge cards and other network subscriptions. And Green Monday is the marketing arm of the business. We have amazing products. These are our products. Our body wash, if you have not purchased our body wash, you are missing. We've had lots of testimonies on it clearing skin issues. We've had lots of testimonies on body odor and different kinds of skin issues being resolved with this body wash. It is not like your conventional body wash that is filled with chemicals. This is natural. We have the reader beaters itself. I can't just tell you all about what all these products can do. The cleanser, the fat burner, the restore for women, the fire for men, the balm, as small as it is, we call it small but mighty. Very tough on pains. Is it headache, arthritis, pain? We have lots of testimonies on that. And in Canada, that seems to be like what's making wave now for me in Canada, because we're in spring, heading towards summer, and bites and everything, just put it on it and it's gone. So we have amazing range of products. And causes of oxidative stress, smoking, stress. How many of us eat balanced diet? How many of us stay in an environment that is free of smoke, free of dust, pollutants, and all those things? How many of us eat what we're supposed to eat? We exercise. Most of us have sedentary lives, and we just accumulate lots of toxins into our system. What does the reader beaters do? The reader beaters helps to mop up oxidative stress and repair earlier damaged cells. If one has lots of toxins in the heart, person could come down with cardiac fibrosis, hypertension, infections in different organs of the body where you have free radicals. These are the things that the person could come down with. And reader beaters helps to mop up all this oxidative stress. And what happens to the person? The person starts to feel better. And that's why several people can take reader beaters and come back with different testimonies, because the herbs used in the formulation of reader beaters have been carefully selected to ensure that it truly carries out regenerative properties. You understand what I'm saying? So in joining this business, there are different ways to join this business. You have the bronze at 40,000, silver at 75,000, gold 140, platinum 400, the VIP 750,000. And by joining the business, we don't just pay this money and we just say, okay, thank you, welcome. We give you products that if you sell those products, these are the profits that you stand to make just from your registration. So there's no way you can lose from this business, because from the word go, you have products that you could sell and you can get retail profit. And if you choose to use it for your own family, you get to maintain a healthy lifestyle for your family and friends. Okay, so the bronze gives you, if you join at the bronze level, from level 1 to 7, you enjoy 100% payout, and levels 8 to 12, you just enjoy only 10% payout. Somebody was asking me the other day that what's the advantage of joining at the gold instead of joining at bronze, and this is it. When you join at the gold level, you enjoy 100% payouts up to the 10th level. Same with platinum and VIP, you enjoy up to 12%, up to the 12th level, and you also partake in the global share of the company monthly. Isn't that exciting? These are the several types of income that you could make from being a part of the Green Mondays community. You could make instant rewards when people join your business. You could make personal bonus from it, GMX rewards when you buy products monthly, matching personal bonus, it's additional income that you get. Rank gifts, when you change rank, you get to be paid bonuses. And it goes on and on like that. But if you do, and the dream is to build this up to a point where when you can no longer work, you're earning from the work you have done during your active years. And that is the passive income. At the time when you can no longer do so much, the team that you have built over the years would be able to pay you for the time that you can no longer actively run the business. There are 13 ways to earn in this business: instant rewards, personal bonus, team bonus, matching bonus, executive share, stockist rewards. When you grow to the point that you have regular orders coming up, you can sign up to be a stockist. And that way you also earn rewards when other people buy from you, like you become like a mini depot, something like that. And when you when you buy your products, you also enjoy retail profits from them, apart from all these other rewards that you stand to gain. When you complete your metrics, they pay you. When your downlines complete their matrix also, they pay you. And depending on the level at which you join, you get to enjoy a global share. And this is what is possible if you have 4 active people building your team, and they also have 4 active people like that, and you all are sponsoring each other and teaching each other how to grow in the business. This is what is possible. This is what is possible at the end of the first level, at the end of the second level, at the end of the third level, up to the 12th level. This is what is possible. So same thing with GMX. When you buy your GMX monthly, this is what you get for every purchase that you get. This is the bonus that comes to you. So if you have 4 people who every month buy their products, this is what is possible for you to get. If you have more people on level 2, this is what you get, and up to level 12. When you get to complete your matrix, this is also what is possible for each level. Now, the question is, are you qualified? Do you have the means? We all have the means. Do you have the desire? Is your desire strong enough? There's one thing for you to have the desire, then there's another thing for your desire to be strong enough to take a decision. Then do you have a circle of influence? Every one of us have a circle of influence, but how effective are we in utilizing and maximizing our circle of influence? Is our circle of influence just to chit chat, or are we making the most out of our circle of influence? Then are you teachable? No man is an island. We all have to learn. The day you stop learning, that day you start to die. It's not just when you die, physical death. When you're no longer learning, you're no longer advancing. And if you're not learning, you're indirectly becoming mediocre. And people of influence would always want to attach themselves or associate with people who have something to offer. So are you qualified? I hope with this few points of mine, I have been able to influence somebody today and to let you know what is possible if your mindset is clear, if your mindset is focused on the right thing, if your mind is seeing things with the eagle's eyes, if your eyes is not just focused on limitations, but is focused on the dream and the goal that God has placed in your heart, and you're seeing those limitations as stepping stones and not stumbling blocks, and you're seeing your cup as half full and not half empty. And I trust that at the end of the day, in some weeks from now, some months from now, or before the year runs out, you will buzz me and say, I was at your session on Rise and Thrive, and I learned certain things, and those things have challenged me to where I am today, and things finally worked out. So thank you so much, and God bless. If you have any question, you can unmute yourself and ask your question, or you can post it in the comment section and I will respond. Okay, then we have solution packs. We have solution packs in the company, and the solution packs is geared towards addressing certain issues. We have the diabetic pack, we have the male wellness pack, we have the female fertility pack. And rather than just say, okay, buy reader bitters for this, buy reader bitters for that, if the company sat down to look at it, that okay, there are certain ailments that are unique, like the fertility, like the male fertility, female fertility, high blood pressure, diabetes. There are packs to address this. 90 days pack. In Canada, last 2 weeks, I had my first white testimony. And you know how it is selling to an Oyibo. You would just be very, very skeptical and very, very finicky about selling to a white person, because you won't want issues. So this particular person had, her husband had high blood pressure and diabetes, and she also had high blood pressure, had memory loss issues, and she was always in and out of medications. In fact, she became an addict to medications, and it took a lot of talking for her to attempt to even try the product. So she collected the product and promised to pay if it works. So it started with the balm. She took the balm and tried it on, and she said for 10 years, she's not been able to lift her hand straight up like this. So it just goes this way, max. And she said that particular day, she wanted to take something from the kitchen cabinet. So she stretched her hand up and just discovered that the hand went straight up. And immediately she buzzed to say, I believe that balm is working. Balm is working. So like, okay, since the balm has worked, now for your blood pressure, try just one capsule. Try one capsule morning and night. And she started keeping her reading. So I made sure that I followed up with her, keeping her reading every day. And like joke, within 3 days, the BP had dropped significantly. And the woman was like, you mean you've had this all along and you didn't tell me? You didn't tell me, we can make money from this. And she was so excited that how can herbs, she's been on medication for a very long time. And in fact, those medications were just giving her side effects that were making things worse. And within just less than a week of using it, she was getting better. And the husband, who was very skeptical because of the progress he had seen his wife make, he started also using the bitters. And he had an accident same time with her 10 years ago and had not been able to walk well. He started taking the bitters, the bitters capsule and the fire, and using the balm on his knees. And that day they had to call me and they were just shouting, he's not been able to walk this well in 10 years. He's not been able to do this, and see me feeling like, Mama Lawo, and the products are just exceptional. Pain, arthritis pack, we have that. Diabetes pack, we have that. But we have lots of testimonies on reader babies. We have lots of testimony on ovarian cysts. We have lots of testimony on menstrual cramps. We have lots of testimony. In fact, if there's anybody in the house, so it doesn't look like Peace is just talking. You understand? If there's anybody in the house who has testimonies on what reader has been able to help remediate in his or her life, I would like you to share. You could unmute that if it's allowed, or you could just indicate and the host would unmute you. So that's basically Reader in a nutshell. It's an amazing product. It sells itself. it sells itself. It's just to get one person to use it, and it works for one person, then you have.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Ma.
Thank you for the presentation this evening.
Please introduce yourself, please.
Yes, I am Abiodun Daramola.
Okay, Ma.
So last year, I was introduced to a couple that have waited for some years, and they have done IVF. They have done IVF, and the IVF didn't work. So when I was introduced to them, I just like pleading. They used it. Today they had their.
We lost you there.
Talk to people that are waiting for fruit of the womb. So I have some couples now that they are using the product, but this particular one, they were so skeptical. I've been like pleading with them. So I had to give the reader restore as a gift to the wife. So when I gave it to her, and a few days ago, they started sending text to me, the husband and the wife, that this product, they thanked me for the recommendation and things like that, and that the product is working. Things that they have been finding difficult in their body, they are getting. So I'm looking forward to another reader baby very, very soon. That's my testimony. I'm so excited about it. And I'm gingered to always share with people, especially those that are trusting God for fruit of the womb. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Does any other person have a testimony to share? Does anybody have a testimony? I had a testimony from one of my customers here in Canada on prostate issue. I never knew he had prostate issues until when he called me to give testimony about COVID-19. He had everybody in his office tested positive to COVID except him. And prior to that, he had sent me a message to ask if I have testimonies on COVID. And I told him that, yes, we have testimonies on COVID, but I don't have my own personal testimony. I don't have any of my own direct customers that have come back to give me testimonies on COVID. So 2 days after, he sent me the results, the negative. So I had to call him, Egbon, what happened? I was like, peace, now I believe that reader bitters truly improves one's immunity, that it enhances one's immunity, that everybody in his office tested positive to COVID except him, and he's exposed to the same thing. He's gone for a repeat test and nothing. He's been negative all through. And it was then he mentioned to me that he noticed something else, that he didn't even know that his friends also had prostate issue until he was telling them about reader, and said that he used to have ringing bell issue. And I was like, what is ringing bell? And he said, to pee, that for him to pee, he has to ring bell before, understand the bell, right? We're adults here. So he has to ring bell before he's able to pee, that he'll be feeling so pressed, but to pass out the urine was always a problem until he started taking reader bitters and fire. And like joke, it's become a thing of the past. It was then his other friends who are in there, because he's in his 50s, also gave the saying that they are having same issue. And he called me to make lots of orders regarding reader bitters and fire. So if you're here today, there is a reader product that is out there to help your loved one, to help your friend. There's a reader product to address certain issues that we or our loved ones may be facing. All you need to do is get in touch with the person who invited you for this program, and they would get a solution, but they will recommend a solution pack across to you. So if we don't have any other testimony, I would say, okay, let me see. Okay, I'm trying to read through the comments. I'm trying to read through the comments. Okay, So if we don't have any other testimony, I would like to hand it over to MI.
Okay, I'll take it from you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Peace.